In this particular session, we are considering bus transmission and different terminologies and modes involved with this particular bus transmission. We will be discussing all these things in this particular session. So, if you consider bus transmission, it can have mainly three different transmission modes. The first transmission mode is known as the simplex. In case of TV or radio broadcasting, you can see you can only be at the recipient end. That means you can receive the signal, but you cannot transmit anything. My television set does not transmit any signal to the respective broadcaster. So, radio and TV broadcasting is a good example of simplex. That means in case of simplex transmission mode, the data will be flowing only in one direction. Next mode is known as the duplex. Duplex mode can have two categories. One is a half duplex, another one is a full duplex. In case of duplex, we can have bidirectional flow of data. Bidirectional flow of data we have. Bidirectional flow of data means data can flow in both directions. In case of half duplex, one direction at a time. In case of full duplex, both directions simultaneously. In case of half duplex, we can go for intercom communication. That is a good example. I am telling something, then I am saying over, then my friend is telling something to me, then he is telling over, then I can transmit. So, that is why there is a intercom communication is a good example of half duplex. In case of full duplex, we can consider our telephone communication, where bidirectional flow of information can take place simultaneously. In case of half duplex, pair of wires is required, one pair of wire is required, and here two pair of wires are required. Okay. Next one is protocol. Protocol means rules and norms. The set of rules between interconnected devices for orderly transfer of data. So, that is known as a protocol. That means while having the transmission between two communicating devices, there should be some rules, some regulations, some norms will be there, so that the data transmission will be fruitful and effective. Next one is our transmission interface. It can be of two types. One is synchronous, another one is asynchronous. In case of synchronous, the data transmission will take place along with the clock pulses. Depending upon the clock pulse position, the data will be sent or will not be sent, and this clock pulse will be available to both master and slave. Master means who is transmitting, slave means who is receiving. In case of asynchronous, there will be no question of any clock pulse. So, in this case, two communicating devices will be communicating through some handshaking signals. So, handshaking signals will be the key signals operating in between two devices, and this is suitable for different speed devices. When the speed mismatches are there between two communicating devices, then asynchronous transmission is one of the solutions. Now, let us go for the asynchronous transmission in details. So, on the data bus, for this period of time, data is available. When the data is ready, when this handshaking signal data ready is on, so then the transmission will be done and data accept will be done accordingly. You see here I haven't drawn any kind of clock pulses here, because they are not related with the clock pulse current, phase or position. So, when the data ready is there, then the data will be transmitted and then data accept will be done accordingly. So, handshaking signal means the signals are coming from say master to slave and slave to master, then the communication is being done. So, here the sequence involving master and slave, I have written this one into more details. Master send a request to use the bus. At first, before sending the data, the master should have an access over the bus. So, it will send a request to the bus master to have an access over the bus. And then we are having request granted and bus allocated to the master. So, when the request will be granted and the bus will be allocated to the master, then the master can place its data on that particular bus, data or address on that particular bus. Then the slave is selected, who is my recipient. So the slave has to be selected, and then signal data transfer. The master will put the signal data transfer, and slave will take the data, and the master will release the bus. It will relinquish its control over the bus. So in this way, the handshaking signals will be communicating between this master and slave, and in this way, these are the sequence of operations to be done. I have written them in the 7 steps, and in this way asynchronous transmission used to take place. So here in this particular session, we have considered the bus transmission, the transmission modes, the protocol, and the transmission interface. They are the subtopics under bus transmission, and asynchronous bus timing with the handshaking protocols. I have discussed that one into more details. Please watch our next videos for the other topics on this particular architecture and organization. Thanks.